Alright guys, yeah, pretty weird reveals and stuff, I know. I thought it was going to be a tag unit between MUI and VEGETA, and they were just kind of faking us out online with the leaks. Apparently not, they're both LFs. This is a should you summon video. I'm actually going to go ahead and say you should summon or you must summon. And I'll go through like the pros and cons of the banner and like what the units are like. To me, you should summon, especially if you're a free-to-play player, and we'll just jump right into why. 1800 Z power is, dude, it's insanity. The last time this came back was Legends Fest 2021 with the blue Goku and Vegeta and Soda Hope Trunks. Funnily enough, they were actually the two best units in the game at the time in 2021. I don't really feel the same way for UI and Evo. They are insane damage dealers. I mean, obviously, it's Anniversary, right? I'm not sure they'll be the best units in the game at the end of Anniversary, right? But 1800 Z power is insane. I mean, you only need 6 copies to 14 stardom, and realistically, if you get 5 copies, I think you only need, is it around 1000 Z power to 14 stardom? It is insane, like, dude, and that's for every unit on the banner, by the way. There's 39 LF characters. I don't know what this is. 39 LF characters is insane. Now, obviously, these aren't going to be like, you know, just Beerus, FSK, Namek, Goku. They're going to be some really good LF characters. The ones that are due to come back are Future Gorn and Trunks. They did return on like a bait banner before Anniversary. I think they could return on these banners. The one that's definitely returning, I'm so sure of, is Fusion Zamasu and Instant Transmission Goku. These two are probably returning. If you remember last year, Super Vegeta turned up on Super Vegeta's banner, which was interesting. So ITQ or Fusion Zamasu could turn up on Evolution Blue Vegeta's banner or MUI Goku's banner, and you get them for 1800 Z power. Remember, IT Goku at high stars is insane because he locks in on his ultimate, and Fusion Zamasu hits like a nuke, right? And his Zenkai buffers are insane. They are really good units, right? I mean, we have to see, but they're going to be on one of the banners, hopefully. They will be insane. 1800 Z power it's ridiculous, man. One thing to mention while I'm editing it, I just realized I didn't even touch on this, is the real smartest thing to do is just wait. These banners are up for the whole Anniversary. There's literally no reason not just to wait. If you wait for the banners, I don't know, you can look at Part 2, Part 3, see who's the best unit, see who's aged the best. Normally units in Part 1 counter the Ultra, for example, Fusing Gogeta Blue countered UG4 last year. If you wait, you'll probably spend your CCD most effectively, because you know all the units' kits and you know what Legends are doing. Anyway, back to the video. Now the reason I'm really hyping these up is because if you remember back to Legends Fest, when Blue Goku Vegeta and Soda Hope Trunks came out, this 1800 Z power never returned. Dude, it was not seen for years, and it's come back. To be honest, I don't think this will be in Part 2. I really don't, or I really doubt it. So that's a core reason why I really think you should go in on these banners. The Anniversary gives out a ton of CC. I'm pretty sure from Part 1 to Part 2, it gives out like 20,000 Chrono Crystals, dude. Dude, it is ridiculous. So even just 10,000 just to pull some characters. I mean, 1800 Z power. Dude, I'm gonna repeat, it's insane, right? Now I guess I should jump onto the cons. One thing is there's no new mechanics. I think that's really weird. Normally in Anniversary you get mechanics like the Synchro Gauge last year that are like the new shiny, like, oh my god, this is game breaking or whatever. They have none of that. They're just like Vegeta, Blue and Rose. They're just transforming characters. They don't even have ultimates. They're blue cards, LFs. I don't know, man. New mechanics will probably be saved for Part 2 or Part 3. I would hope. I mean, the Part 3 Ultra will definitely have a new mechanic. So that's maybe a reason why you don't summon. To me, I mean, these banners are way too valuable. With an Ultra, you're not guaranteed to... Dude, you could spend 200,000 Chrono Crystals and you could not pull an Ultra, which has actually happened before. But you know what I'm saying? You have pity on these banners, and it's 1800 Z power. It's pretty ridiculous, but normally new mechanics is a bummer. I mean, I don't know why they're leaving them out. It's really weird. Clearly they're holding them for, I don't know, the Part 2 characters. Maybe they're probably movies. I mean, we always get movies for big celebrations. Super Gogeta, those type of characters, right? Okay, so I actually pulled up previous units with new mechanics, and I don't know, it's pretty ridiculous. So if we go back, Ultra Beast Gohan had the new active gauge or whatever at the bottom right of the screen. You'd fire it. He was the best unit in the game, basically, with Majin Vegeta. Either way, he was top 2, right? Beast Gohan was insane because he had the new gauge and a bunch of other things, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who's the Ultra in last Anniversary, had the new counter gauge. He was easily best unit in the game. And even if we go back a few weeks, Ultimate Gohan was the first unit to have switching gauges. He started off with a time one, and he switched to a melee one. him and Ultra Gohan, dude, they made PvP so miserable, man. It was awful. It was awful. He was the best unit in the game, fusing Goku and Vegeta. They had a Synchro Gauge. They were they best units in the game? They were tied with Ultra Gold and Frieza, right? They were still insane. Ultra UI, no switching mechanic. Do you know what I mean? Like, all these units were so top tier. MUI and Evo don't have anything new, right? They're very good units, but no new mechanics is definitely a blow. And I could see if you wouldn't want to summon, again, I'll reiterate for like the 16th time, their manas are too good to me to drop, but dude, they don't have a new mechanic or anything. Okay, so before I ended the video, I did want to go through the kits, just a little bit. We'll start with Vegeta first. Vegeta's more really built around combos. His green card is pretty busted. On here, he gets a card draw speed, unique gauge rate 30%, cover change, special cover change nullification. He protects his hand. He has enemy health restoration debuffs. It's a pretty ridiculous green card. It's a charge forward one, right? Just like Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku. One of the really interesting abilities is when he reaches below a certain key level, he gets more cards and more key back, which is really, really good against Daima. You know, Majin Q, dude, he reduces your key to like 0 like every time, man. That's really useful against playing Daima. Remember, he's purple, so I don't know, Daima has quite a lot of greens. Normally they're running Mini Q or Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Dude, he's going to obliterate them. He has the same gauge as transforming Vegeta and Ultra Rose, so it's like a melee one. And then once you build it up, then it gets to a key one. And then once you level that one up, then you get to a time-based one. It's really confusing, to be honest, but it's not the first time we've seen that. Ultimate Gohan does change gauges, obviously. And when Vegeta gets hit, he destroys 2 cards and restores 10 health, which is pretty dumb, because every time he switches in, when he gets hit once, he's going to destroy 2 cards. Pretty ridiculous, man. MUI has a lock-in on his green card and permanent stacking damage every time he uses cards. The lock-in on his green card is pretty ridiculous. You lock somebody in, you can easily snipe them, right? Pop your main, you get a blue. It's pretty ridiculous. Like I said, he's permanently stacking damage in base, and when you transform, that carries over. And dude, MUI and Evo, they're gonna be hitting so hard, dude. Daima is in trouble because dude, they're gonna be hitting so hard. Along with Vegeta, he's probably the best damage dealer in the game, right? He also removes, both units also remove card slots, which is very good against Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because he seals a card slot every time you're comboing him. It's pretty ridiculous. Also, he's filling up his unique gauge with his green in base, and then you can fill up his unique gauge by using strikes or blues in MUI form. Also, if you attack him in MUI and hit his gauge, he does damage to you, which is pretty, that is such a toxic mechanic, man. Yeah, they're both really, really good. I kind of just skimmed over their kits, like the main, like really good things. Either way, please consider these banners, because 1800 Z power is insane. I don't think it will come for part 2, and it definitely won't be for part 3. Dude, Ultra banners suck, right? We all know this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.